Hey guys, okay, so today was a long day at work. It's so hot outside. I just feel drained. So tonight's going to be an easy dinner, super easy dinner. I always have bags of frozen tortellini in the freezer because whenever they go on sale for under $1.75 a bag or even $1.99 a bag, I just pick up 4 bags, which is usually the limit at our store, and I just keep them in the freezer because they're good to put in soup. They're good to boil and put, I don't know, sauce on to eat like a pasta dish. They're good to make salads with. So tonight I'm going to boil this for 3 minutes and then I'm going to use whatever I can find in my fridge and freezer to make a salad out of it. And I already took a peek. I have a little piece of red bell pepper in my veggie drawer. I have some frozen broccoli in the freezer. I have a container of feta cheese in the fridge that I always have in there because I use it for so many different things. I have onions, and in my cabinet, I found a box of Good Seasons, the little envelopes of seasonings that you make dressing with. So voila, that's what I did. I put the feta cheese, the onion, the broccoli, the red bell pepper, and then I took half of an envelope of that Good Seasons and I sprinkled it in there. And then I put olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and I just mixed it all up and I made a pasta salad, and it tastes really delicious, and it could not be easier. And you know what? The veggies are in here, the carb is in here, the dairy's in here. There's a lot of things in here. So this is going to be a perfect side to some protein. This is the pack of seasoning that I'm talking about. It's a box, and there's like 3 or 4 in the box, and you're supposed to mix this with water, oil, and vinegar and make a dressing. I just sprinkled half of it in there. And now I'm going to use the other half to make the chicken. So I'm going to put the salad aside. And I made the salad first because the longer it sits, the better it tastes for some reason. If you make it today, it'll taste even better tomorrow. So I made the salad first on purpose so that it could sit there. And I'm just looking in the freezer. And I have this long roll that I'm going to defrost for my son because my son does not like tortellini salad. So I'm just going to make the chicken in a roll for him. So I'm going to defrost that. I'll put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and it'll be fresh as if it was brand new. So I'm going to get started on this pack of chicken. It was on sale for $1.88 a pound. And we're going to eat the chicken with tortellini salad. My son's going to eat chicken in a sandwich with a side of fruit or something. Okay, so I took the pack of chicken, I cleaned it up, I diced up the chicken breast in cubes, and now this is the other half of that seasoning that I put in the salad. I'm using the other half on here, so I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. Just like that. And now I'm going to put some olive oil and that's it. I'm just going to mix it up because this packet of seasoning has everything in there. It's like super flavorful. So flavorful. So I'm just drizzling some olive oil and I'm going to go in with my hands and just get this nice and mixed. I could use a spoon, but I just feel like it massages better into the chicken when you use your hands, and just give your hands a good washing when you're done. So I'm going in. I'm going to mix, I'm going to mix, I'm going to mix, get all the chicken coated in that seasoning with the olive oil. And then I have the air fryer preheating at 400 because these pieces are pretty small. So you want the air fryer at 400 so that it cooks pretty fast and it gets nice and toasty on the outside, but it's still juicy on the inside. If you leave it in there too long or you cook it too low, it's going to take longer and it'll get rubbery and dry. So the bonus of the air, now I got to clean the cutting board. It got all chicken on it. That's okay. So, all right, I think this looks pretty good now. After I air fry the chicken, we're going to eat it just like this, but I'm going to toss my son's portion in barbecue sauce and put it in the roll for him. And it's a good way to prepare one protein and everybody can eat despite him not liking what we're having. He can have the chicken with barbecue sauce in a sandwich, and we can have it with some nice tortellini salad. So I was about to put this in the air fryer, and something popped in my head. I don't know why this just happens sometimes. I recall seeing something a while ago that if you coat the chicken in cornstarch and then put it in the air fryer, it'll make it crispy. So I think I'm going to do a little experiment. I know I'm making this more complicated now, but I don't know. I feel like I need to try it for some reason. I'm just going to test it on a little bit and just see what happens. So I'm going to get a bowl. And I'm going to put some cornstarch in it, and I'll just take a handful of the chicken. and give it a test. If it doesn't come out good, then I only used a little bit of chicken and I'll eat it anyway. I'm not going to throw it out. Oops. Now I got to clean up cornstarch everywhere. I don't even know. I don't have a recipe. I don't have measurements. I'm just experimenting here. Sometimes you experiment and you come up with something, you're like, wow, that was amazing. And then you write it down and put it in your cookbook, in your recipe book or whatever. All right, so I'm taking about maybe 1 chicken breast. I'm just going to coat it in the cornstarch. I'm going to put it in the air fryer. And if it comes out crispy, amazing. If it doesn't, then oh well. Okay, so I just put the pieces in the air fryer at 400. I'm going to close this. I'm going to air fry it for about 6 to 7 minutes and see what happens. Okay, so that didn't turn out so good. It just looks like plain blah chicken, and the cornstarch, I feel like it dried it out. So now I'm going to experiment a little bit more, and I know I'm turning this easy dinner into something more complicated, but I don't know, sometimes I just get the urge to experiment. So I beat an egg, coated the chicken in egg, and then I sprinkled it with cornstarch, and I'm putting it, this batch, in the air fryer. So now we're down 2 chicken breasts. One that looks a little wonky that I experimented with, and now this one I'm experimenting a little different. Hopefully this comes out a little better. So we'll see. So let me put this in here. It's still at 400, and I'm going to air fry this for 6 to 7 minutes, and we'll see what comes out this time. Okay, so this is with the egg and the cornstarch. It looks good, actually. It looks crispy. It has like a nice crispy coating on the outside. It looks great, but I want to cry. Look at my air fryer. That is so stuck on there. I should have, like, I don't know, maybe sprayed the bottom or used a parchment paper or something. I don't know. Anyway, so now I have the rest of the chicken to cook. I'm not going to do any more egg, even though it looks pretty nice. I'm going to give it a try in a minute. But now my air fryer is all messed up. So now I have to stop, wash this, and then cook the rest of the chicken. But I'm just going to cook it plain with the Italian seasoning and olive oil. And that's it. So, yeah, let me get washing. Okay, so voila, there's dinner. I washed the air fryer, and the chicken with the coating on it, it's pretty good, but it was not worth the mess and the extra time that it took to do that and the extra ingredients. So right there on the plate is a mix, half of the plain Italian seasoning olive oil chicken and half of the pieces that are coated in the egg. I'm going to give it to my husband and see if he notices the difference or even says anything. But it was a mix of the 2 kinds of chicken in there. And then the refreshing, delicious tortellini salad with a million amazing flavors. So yeah, super easy dinner, under 30 minutes, if I hadn't decided last minute to experiment. But yeah, so I hope you got an idea, and I hope you experiment a little bit in the kitchen. Some are fails, some are winners, some are amazing, but you never know unless you try. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bon appetit.